here. Here it is. 1 second. Yes, now it's better. Welcome to the Mystery Night reading. We're going to use the ghost box, energy reading of suspected as well. We're going to use the tarot, of course, channeling the mystery death story of one of the trash chute women's victim. I again have to talk that this is a women empowering as well with all these mystery stories about the women. This is a part of the women empowering healing as well, education, and as well I'm trying to literally pull you not just from detective side. I'm just going to use some red flags instructions for young girls like the one that is tonight in this video. So here it is, the story. 1 second, let's share it for a start. Let's share it. I forgot to share on Twitter. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, bring your friends to be a part of a free reading giveaway as well. Meanwhile, during this story reading, after the short story, we are going to answer your question. Following the instructions, just write your question after you follow the instructions. Thank you. And be a part of the tarot reading giveaway. Once per day, we have a full free reading. So be patient and be a part of this daily live stream that is usually happening 2 times per day, noon, lunchtime, New York, as well after 7 p.m. Or 6 p.m., around 6 p.m. Tonight we are a little bit 30 minutes earlier as well. If it's a French European time zone, then it's about around midnight. Tonight, again, 30 minutes earlier as well. Daytime, about late afternoon, 6 p.m. So let me share this. 1 second. Welcome to share with your community as well. And check all the album Justice Will Be Served that may help somehow closure to some of the families that they're waiting still and missing people, cold cases, fresh cases of missing people, children, women, mystery death, even celebrities as well, energy reading of the fake marriages of celebrity. So 1 second, let's me tweet. Something was wrong. Let's put the hashtag tarot reading on sale as well during the live stream. Here it is. And I'm going to hashtag her name tonight is a young girl, Phoebe Handsjuknad team. One of the, here it is. She's not even on Twitter by any news, that's what I'm saying, because this is a cold case already. As well, whoever is when the suspected celebrity, her boyfriend at that time, always somehow escaping, erasing, the news are erased. That's happened even with the last night case. It's very hard to get any new infos as well. Police just stopped after a few years researching for the killer. So yes, it's repeating the story, how the money talks, how the rich people can escape and repeat the things. Tonight, what is the difference? The tonight case is that the suspected, her boyfriend, that for sure 100% has done this, literally killed her. He had, after a few years, his new girlfriend in the same conditions, similar activities, hobbies, literally same huge age difference. Young girl again was found uh, so-called killed herself, but this is not the case. Again, arranged suicide. We are going to talk about that deeper, so let's start. As well, later on, we are going to use the ghost box. So here it is on the second one. The story of Phoebe. Let's do the story of Phoebe. Phoebe that was born 1986. May 9, the Taurus girl, so beautiful girl. And the death happened 2010, December 2. Here it is. We start with the story. 1 second. There is literally her parents, they made the website with her name. So you can Google www Phoebe Handsjuk. It's a really hard to pronounce. I do believe it's Scandinavian origin, Finnish or Scandinavian, definitely with this eventually Benelux Danish. Uh, so you can check the website. You have in a hashtag. I already put the hashtag with her name, so you can find just at www at the end.com. So you can find and join the forum. There is beautiful websites that her parents arranged. There is a few different icons about Phoebe, memories, gallery, press, as well. Comments are welcome, and the contact if you have any kind of news connected to her case. On the evening of the 2nd December 2010, 24 years old Phoebe was found dead on the floor of the refuse compactor room at the bottom of Valencia, a luxury high-rise apartment building located on the St Kilda Road in Melbourne. So this story happens in Australia. It was discovered that she had fallen feet first from the 12th floor. They were just guessing because she was living on the 12th floor, sharing apartment with her boyfriend. Eventually, what is ironic is she was renting and paying the room in the luxurious apartment of her boyfriend. Um, she was paying the room. That's another irony that she was renting the room to a guy that would kill her as well with a huge age difference. Uh, Not to call it, I should name it with this guy with the name of PED, whatever, you know what I mean. Down the waste disposal, she was shown up down the waste disposal, that trash chute right tunnel. Um, the toxicologist report revealed Phoebe downstairs, and then there is a story how she could enter at all from the 12th floor, how any person, again, like we have a last night discussion about the first victim of the trash chute, eventually 2010, Phoebe was the first case. So the case that we are having from last night happened in New York, and that is the case that happened eventually 2018. And somebody was definitely the sick killer was inspired with this, with making a copy of the Phoebe case, unfortunately. In both cases, there was a dispute, a fight, that there are witness of this fight the days before between the lovers. That's the first red flag. And then that one logical, most of all, finding somebody at the end of this uh, trash container, right, like downstairs after so many floors. First of all, it's not possible to enter by yourself. As well, it's not possible as well to push yourself and to close the door that it could open the down and enter this tunnel as well. And uh, definitely without any finger finger traces. That's of course taking you to the story that somebody literally took her body downstairs and then put it in position to look like she arrived there through the tunnel. Toxicology report revealed Phoebe to have a blood alcohol 0.16 and high level of prescription drugs, some of which that she never used. There have been no known reported incident of a cause of a death such as this in the history of Australia. And I do believe this was the first case eventually in the history of planet Earth. On the 7th December, homicide detectives said that no second party was involved in Phoebe's death. She had entered the trash chute, right? You know, one that you're opening, literally like a cassette, this like a cassette entry, like where you can put any kind of things that will take you downstairs, fast track downstairs on the next level or at the bottom of the building. Mm, in this case, is for the trash purpose. On the 7th of December, homicide detectives said there was no second party involved. There was no traces of the video camera. They should be in such a building. That's another thing. We have a red flag with the fight with the lover. We had where is the video? Where is the video of this area? The video vanished. As well, there is no traces. You see now, detectives they see there is no traces that there were no tracy fingerprints around this. Everything was super clean as well. That's what it is said. The police brief was passed to Detective Senior Constable Brandon Payne of the South Melbourne Criminal Investigation to be completed for the coroner. Phoebe's grandfather, retired Detective Sergeant Lauren Campbell, had suspicions regarding the circumstances surrounding her death from the outset. He began to ask questions of the police and to make his own research. Senior Detective Brendan Payne and the grandfather Lorne have worked for over 2 years in an attempt to unravel the unexplained mystery surrounding her violence and tragic death. We, the family, have requested that there be an open coroner inquest into Phoebe's death where witnesses can be cross-examined in the hope of finding answers to the many questions still remaining. The brief is now with Coroner Peter White of the Coroner Court of Victoria. We wait his decision whether to hold an inquest. So, 2016, the news. So, from the story that happened, this mystery death happened 2010. We go to the 2016 December. It came something new. In response to the recent media coverage detailing the circumstances and investigation of Phoebe's death, the public concern it has raised regarding how poorly the investigation has been handled, a petition has been created in support of reopening the investigation. And there was a petition attached at that year, 2016. So the weird conclusion of that coroner from 2000, um, 2014 was Coroner Peter White. A few points that he had made as a statement, and it's really nonsense. So the first one was a finding was made that no other party was involved. Hmm. How you know dare to say there is no other party involved because it's a mystery case, like 50 chance was involved or not involved, but dare to say there was no other party involved. The coroner found that Phoebe climbed into garbage by herself. Again, how you would know? Because there is no video recording, because it's missing video recording. So this was everything that was eventually really moving the family to go deeper into the research, because everything was against them to reveal. Like literally, police were shutting them um, from researching deeper. Coroner White found that Phoebe, despite her state of alcohol and stillness intoxication, and physical effects such a combination of central nervous system depressant must have produced, not only climbed unassisted into tube, but climbed down 12 floors and at least retarded her fall by exerting lateral pressure on the 530 millimeters diameter vertical shaft. Apart from the extreme physical difficulty of this suggestive mode of descent down a vertical steel shaft, photographs showed that there was relatively little dirt on Phoebe's body or clothes and nails. There was like there was no dirty on her dirtiness from the garbage right that is passing that same tunnel where her body was passing. And eventually, I don't think her body would pass because she was having, yes, she was skinny, but she was tall and she was having a nice shoulders. And this uh, entry for the trash, eventually the door is somehow shorter than the average woman shoulders. The degree of contract postulated by the coroner would have caused her hands, clothing, and skin to be very dirty. If she passed by herself through the tunnel, then she would be really full with the garbage and, of course, and the nails if she's passing down, right? As well, her clothes would be somehow ripped off, right, on the way down. On reading the pathologist report, one of the number of things which drew attention was measurement of Phoebe height, approximately 166 in centimeters, but her height was 175. So post-mortem measurements were incorrect, like somebody replaced her body with somebody else's body statement. For the pathologist, the task of making accurate height measurements could have been difficult given the fracture to both legs and the near severance of the right foot, which remained attached by only a tendon. It totally ripped off her right foot when she was down. The coroner discount family evidence of Phoebe height and has accepted the pathologist's measurement of 166 as her actual height, but she's like, what is it? She's 10, exactly 10, 9 centimeters higher. Thank you, thank you. Did you hear that, guys? Literally, first time in my life it's happened. You heard that? It was literally coming like, like a noise, like a, like a tiny applause. Thank you. That was the spirit of Phoebe. This would support the theory that she did not free fall because of her height. If 166 centimeter was her true height, it would mean that had been no compressed of her body. The coroner principally based his assumption that she did not free fall on the absence of major trauma to her internal organs. She fell into 45-degree angle deflector shaft and slid from that into a horizontal compactor chamber. 45-degree would have significantly reduced the force of the fall. Being half a right angle, 45-degree might half the force of the impact as against falling onto a horizontal surface. So if that were the case, the force of the 30-meter fall would equate to perhaps that of a 15-meter fall into a horizontal surface. Putting aside the near severance of Phoebe's right foot by the compactor blade, she, one second guys, she also sustained other significant damage consistent with such a fall, including fractured upper left femur and extensive bruising to her buttocks. The coroner put this theory to Dr. Lynch, quote, I'm wondering if this is appropriate to infer that this was something of a controlled fall where she was able to reduce the momentum of her fall by using her hands, arms, and feet to apply force against the wall of the chute to control the fall. I would have no view on that, the Dr. Lynch replied, the pathologist. So, in Phoebe's case, the injuries sustained to her lower limbs reflect the way her body has impacted ultimately as she exits this tunnel. The coroner, and you are not surprised by the absence of injuries to her intentional organs like the liver, for instance, because definitely hitting, going all the way down, she would definitely smash some organs, right? But nothing happened like that. Dr. Lynch answered, well, if it was a rupture, I would say there has been some form of blunt. There still has been force on her torso. It just hasn't manifested itself as internal structural damage. I don't think it allows me to conclude that there was a fall from a lower height or that part of the fall was controlled followed by an uncontrolled component. That's possible, it might be possible, but pathology doesn't allow me to prefer one or other of these scenarios. Coroner does not even have support from Dr. Lynch to add any weight to his proposition that Phoebe climbed down the tunnel or applied lateral pressure to slow her fall. The only way into this tunnel fit first requires that the person is facing the wall, allowing their legs to bend into the shaft and with the arms trailing behind and above the head. Because if you stay like this, your shoulders would be larger than the entry, the narrow entry of the trash door, right? But only in this position, like your shoulders are tinier than the door. On slipping into the shaft in that position, the person would immediately start to fall with no opportunity to brace against the sides because of the trailing arms. To suggest that Phoebe was able to get her arms into position and then slow her fall by pressing them against the side is absurd. As well, Coroner White said his finding that Phoebe entered the garbage by herself could only be justified by definite proof that no other party was or could have been involved. It is true that the presence of another party has not been proven, but Coroner White has disagreed the fact that there was also no evidence positively precluding the involvement of another party. There are too many uncertainty in the evidence. I mean, this is a lot of things saying nothing eventually. Sorry, guys. It was a little bit too bureaucratic, I do believe. As well, on the evidence, is it possible that Phoebe's boyfriend, Anthony Hempel, may have been involved in her death? Yet, Coroner White has categorically ruled that out without the necessary level of evidence. So we have the name Anthony Hampel, and here it is. We're coming to the name of her boyfriend. So I'm going literally to add as well in a hashtag. Hello, hello guys. I'm going to add in a hashtag his name. That's what I was searching, the full name. They call him Ant, but as well I need the full name. Here it is. Bravo. It's saved. So here it is. We are going now back to this event. The concierge that same evening went to the garbage room looking for a broom and noticed that there was something blocking the door. After giving it a shove, she saw the body of Phoebe lying in a pool of her own blood. So, according to reports, she had fallen feet first down the trash from a 12th floor. She reportedly, it was claimed that she survived the 12-story fall, but compact or nearly severed her right foot and sliced open hip, causing her to bleed out while trying to crawl in the darkness of the trash room. So she bled out to death. Phoebe had a blood alcohol level 0.16, in addition to a high level of these drugs, prescriptive drugs, in her system. There was a West Tech engineer who became a part of investigation, and he was trying to literally reset Phoebe case and literally try to measure and check up how would somebody enter this trash. So they were using the example. They found the woman that was literally similar size, similar body type, size, right? I do believe that was her friend. And it's really at the end of research that you can Google, you can find it even on a YouTube. That research was video recorded. That was her friend that was having the same dog body type, and they made her as well to make that like a movie look with a similar haircut as well. Literally, they done this in with the help of two people. So she couldn't never enter alone. It was so heavy, this metal door, and as well, these two people were holding the door while she would enter. As well, it took a while her to enter. Then she couldn't go with the hands like this. She would have to have a position hands like this. So whoever put her there, there is a theory that she never passed eventually from a 12th floor, that she was just pegged and somehow moved her body downstairs. But as well, there is a, we're going to check up all these theories, of course, now with the tarot as well. There is 1 second. Definitely would be involved. Somebody who was packing her was involved, more than one person. Perhaps somebody would really pack her inside of this trash tunnel. 1 second. Let me check. Welcome now. Your questions are welcome now. Yes, guys. So, is it her boyfriend who guilty? Let's start. Wow. Check of the devil. Do you see? Yes. Her boyfriend is guilty. The devil, first card. The devil is the first card. The answer, her boyfriend is guilty. And this guy has done this more than once. Do you see? After that, we have opportunities for repeating his crime. And that's what literally happened, because this is a part of our part three video, or maybe we are going to continue in the same video, the story, because it's connected to the same boyfriend. An ex-girlfriend will be his victim, and this happened after some years, after Phoebe case, one of his next girlfriend, again a next victim, that was so-called found in a suicide case that was not possible to be arranged as a suicide wherever was her body found, in whatever condition. So yes, this guy, this is Anthony, right? We have his name there, the Phoebe's uh, Phoebe's boyfriend, that he was more than 20 years older than her as well. This guy literally is his mother was a judge in this trial. That was a nonsense, of course. That was so unprofessional as well. His father was his advocate. So imagine what happened later. Of course, that's why it was dismissed all this case. So here it is again. Yes, and the medium, the people, everybody knows this as well. Do you see, guys? Everybody knows that this guy just slipped the killer is. Everybody knows who is the killer. Hmm. With the help of people, as you see, there was the help of somebody as well. He was not the only one. So, tell me more spirits about Phoebe's last day. He was a jealous guy. He as well, he didn't like where he was the night before. He was suspected that she was literally somewhere else with some another person. And yes, she was going out at night before. But her last day was funny, because she was literally going from one to another place from the morning till the evening, and literally she turned to be all day drinking and not finding. Eventually people were busy, and the people who were meeting her to talk about her life, she was preparing to move to her grandmother to cancel this relationship, toxic relationship with controlling and jealous, and she was preparing to literally restart the life. But that day, whoever she was on a meeting, due to her list on her telephone, right, and mails, how they checked later on police. Um, these people were all having few hours drink or coffee time, lunch time with her, um, and literally they had their own things to do. Nobody stay over with her to party or something. They would have their own hour or two hang out with her, talking with the friends, and they would continue. But she would. It seems like she was going from one to another place, and she was avoiding to return home, because she, like, when a gut is telling you that it's not safe home. That's how I feel it. And that's why as well I had this high priestess card, like literally she was trying to run away from him as well. She was literally, this was not the first time. She was literally, she had done this. She was already, I think that she was literally one of the last attempts. She was literally not going back to her parent, but to her grandmother. But as well, the and her boyfriend returned her back. He found out, and literally, what about? Tell me more. Did she had some lover brought to apartment? One second. Did she had some lover brought to this apartment? Hmm. Did she had some lover brought to apartment while he was away? Hmm. She was planning to meet some people, but just planning to meet her friends. And as well, whatever she organized, whatever was on her on her computer. Let's go and ask more. She was literally trying to get back to a network with her friends. I see her just going out and uh, just talking with people, just being flirty and talking with her friends. As well, she was undecided, like what to do, how to run away from this guy, even if she decided to move to her grandmother. But as well, the way her confusion last day was due to um, she was happy to embrace independence, but as well, her confusion was coming from drinking and mixing all these things and going from one to another location and literally not being, even if, guys, when you party, like if you decide that day to really destroy your kidney, your liver with all this toxic thing, but I never advise this. Of course, I'm against drink and uh, hangover the day after with the stupid things to happen to you as well. To be so weak for this devilish energy, you can be only if you are as well toxicated, not just your partner. And don't let you happen, just girls, don't let be in this situation so you are then totally powerless and they can easily handle you whatever they want to do as well. She was as well restless because she skipped the work. I see that she as well, the work was connected to her. The work was connected, of course, that was um, one of the companies that was connected to her boyfriend, and she skipped that work. Anyway, she was working there a few days per week, but she was nervous that she didn't go that day as well at work. Hmm. As well, why somebody holding the truth? Because truth is came reverse. How I open it came reverse. Who is holding the truth? Of course, her boyfriend is holding the truth. The nice card, as you see. Who is holding the truth? I'm going to put it here. Who were the other options? Who were these friends? Who were the end friends here? Did Ant return back to the flat alone? Guys, there is literally more than one person. Here it is. When Ant returned to a building, he was not alone. Could you check up, guys? And I think that it's turned to be a fight. It's turned to be a fight. Wow. Yeah, she was already in the bed. Do you see? She was already in the bed. He was not expecting to find her there. Wow. Yes, do check up. There was somebody else there. Or like there was a kind of understanding who should be in the house. Wow, do you see? And she was the one in the house that she was here, as she was here that found the truth by chance, by staying there because she was having a hangover, but he thought that she's going to leave. There is there is literally, yes, she stayed there by chance, hangover because of this multiply glasses, nine of cups. Remember the drinking card. And it's turned like she was waiting for to see the proof of the traitor. Wow. Who was waiting? One second. Was is it Ant waiting her, or was it waiting somebody instead of Ant? I see somebody who was paid. Wow, there was somebody paid to do the things, and there is a secret. This is a person, somebody who was paid. Here, they under the contract paid to do the thing, and there is a total secret. Wow, we don't know who is this person. Somebody who didn't know her as well. That's what I see. Hmm. Again, somebody who seduced her with all this cocktail of whatever they found in her body. Exactly. Yes, it was a trap, as you see. This person was literally sent, and this is a person who literally put in her body um, all this mix of things, except the other that they were from the previous night party. 1 second. We are going to open the. We are going to open the ghost, ghost box. Hello, dear spirits. Dear spirits, we are trying to connect to the energy of Phoebe. Phoebe. Energy of the Phoebe. Dear spirits, can you connect to the energy of my
Scratch.
She was scratched. Did she ask Aunt to return to a house to give her some, to bring her some medicine for her scratches? Can you help me out? Hello, Phoebe. Tell me, dear Phoebe, we're trying to talk about your last night and day. It happened the daytime, why so called it happened the daytime. Did it happen while he was in office or before he left for his office? Can you tell us? I just heard, guys, that he left to find the alibi. So whoever entered, the paid guy entered after him. So he could be seen in the office and having the as a such being on another location, he wouldn't be guilty. Phoebe, dear Phoebe, we're trying to connect to the energy of the Phoebe. Dear Phoebe, Phoebe Handsjuk from Australia, her spirit as well. Phoebe, can you tell us, did you see Ant being with this person, or did you see who killed you? What do you remember? Was it Anthony and Hempel? Did you see him? Did you see that another person? We think it was somebody that he sent as well. He was not alone, definitely. Phoebe Handsjuk, please, can you tell us what do you remember? Dear Phoebe, it's silence. Why silence? Dear Phoebe, dear Phoebe, Phoebe Handsjuk, can you give us any other instructions except the scratches? Was there something in the scratches that was eventually the proof? Was there the scratches that you left on his body? That there is a proof eventually under your nails that is that the thing? Once again, I'm going to ask. That's why you said scratches. There was a proof that was hidden. That police knows, right? I'm going to ask with the new tarot deck. What about scratches? Why the spirit of Phoebe is telling me the first only word scratches? Did somebody remove the proof of the DNA from the scratches under her nails? Yes, this was her boyfriend, guys. Wow. Here it is. Yes, here it is. How? It's a total network. It's a teamwork, guys. Do check up. This is his father organized. This is like in a horror movie that happening like whoever is from a famous family and always making a mess. Here it is, her boyfriend, as you see, King of Pentacle, and the teamwork. He's it's coming after his messy work because he was in a panic. It's coming. His father is sending support, and they close all the evidence because father was having a network, father and mother in this legal system as a working, right, mother is a judge, father is a lawyer. They were having, of course, connection in the police to shut down the evidence through this network of the friends of a friend, you see, free of cops. Do you see literally somebody arriving here, so many people involved on in this transport vehicle? Yes, you're picking up something. Wow, it's so scary. Because you know why it's scary? Because it looks like it's a corp of the body. I think her body was moved. Guys, this is literally the now I first time alive I'm aware of this tarot card that is eventually the chariot with the dead body, with the corpse. Somebody ordered, I think that his father ordered, I'm sure, his father, he called his father in panic after he make messy murder of his girlfriend Phoebe inside of the flat, and literally father called out the whole team for cleansing the area and taking out body downstairs. Is it true, Phoebe? Sorry, it was advertisement. Now it will be refresh. Phoebe, are you with us, Phoebe? Is it true? Was it a teamwork? Did your spirit sow them? Did you see or you were not aware where you are? Where did you wake? Where did you wake, Phoebe? Did you wake downstairs in a trash room? She was resisting, guys. That's what I see. She was wake and resisting Queen of Swords. It's a truth, yes. She was trying to take an action. She was resisting. She was fighting them. Yes, Queen of Swords and Eight of Wands. Mm. But they literally finish her, as you see. 1 second, one second. And the ashes, sorry guys. And who done this? As you see, her boyfriend, Queen of Swords, King of Swords is her boyfriend here. And then he regretted, like it was totally pretty messy, immature, and then he's calling like a child calling his father. As well, there was the person who was paid there, literally. Mhm. Was Anthony cheating on her? There was there was definitely injustice. What kind of injustice is this?
Bless.
Who is blessed? Tell me. Who is blessed now? You're blessed that you're in a better place, right? You feel better, Phoebe. Yes, there is a clarity alignment. There are like you totally have a new understanding of the life of your spirit, right? As well.
Happy.
You're happy there. That's what I wanted right to say. Totally new understanding. You don't have any more this addiction. You don't have toxic boyfriend. I heard being light. That's how you feel because the life.
Surgeon.
Who was a surgeon? Tell me about the surgeon. What about the surgeon? Give me the warning about the surgeon.
Sin.
There was definitely somebody who was a surgeon, or is that a pathologist? Is it pathologist? Somebody who make a fake report there? Surgeon scene. There was as well the medical worker guy who was involved in this. Did they switch the evidence? Right, it's a sin. I do believe because they switched the evidence from her scratches there with the definitely DNA of him. What is her message? Phoebe, what is your message to a family? What is your message first to your murderer, to your boyfriend? Hmm? What is the message to your boyfriend? So, message to the family, I'm here with the rest of the family. There is no time where I am. There is only time is only on the earth. There is a message to her boyfriend. I see all your thoughts. You feel guilty. That's what it is. I can see all your thoughts. Now I don't have pain. Are you haunting?
Shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper? What about the shopkeeper? Wow, sorry guys, because I just press it. I don't find it this valid because I just press it with the card and show up this word. Can you repeat who is with you? You see guys, it's showing the advertisement. I just pulled and show up at the next word. Sorry. It's sensitive on the touch. Can you repeat again? It's confused with this ghost box reading. It's really in silence. Phoebe, you're not talking. You just said scratches. Guys, I'm just going to repeat. There was on the start on the ghost box the first words, the only important scratches. And there is some surgeon, some medicine worker that literally, medical worker that literally switch, erased this evidence. And in these scratches of her, there was a DNA of Anton, of her boyfriend. That would make him guilty. I just opened the card guilty about. Hmm, interesting.
Why? Farther.
Further. What about further? Is it with you now, Bailey? Anton, second girlfriend. Are you with the Bailey? Can you bring us Bailey? Phoebe, can you bring us Bailey? Did you meet Bailey Spirit? Bailey, that was his last girlfriend as well. That the last reported girlfriend that
Sad.
it's said because he strangled her. Yes, it's said that the killer becoming a serial killer. That's what is said, guys. The Earth is a school for the girls that they really need to see the red flags when the boyfriend is possessive. Another thing when he's a gentleman, want to provide you a comfortable lifestyle and literally buy you some gifts. Another thing when you're again drug addicted, that's what these girls were, and Bailey and Phoebe, and they were enjoying on these parties amount of drinks and drugs for free, and that is for them, I guess, priority. But guys, when you see that somebody is possessive, you can feel in there anxietiness run. The same moment you start to feel uneasy and uh, very heavy in this relationship, it's a pure toxicity. That's a poison. It's already almost too late. So run without packing, without the things. Things are not important. It's important to your life. You should run without anything. And that was the earth worries. Because here is it now, the spirit of the Phoebe saying, here I don't have no earth worries, no drink drugs, No need to find accommodation, no need to ask the parents for permission, for boyfriend, for something. I'm totally free of everything and I'm happy because check out. This is a land of super shiny sun, blessing, sunflower, always the summer. Everything is just fine, like on a nice summer day. As well, here it is. Wow. Do you see this is scary, these stairs here? Like this, see? That she's literally holding, she was alive when she was passing down. That's what I heard. Hmm. She was alive when she was passing down. Yes. She was totally aware of what was happening. Phoebe, are you going to talk with us? Guys, unfortunately, Phoebe is not talking much. She met so many loving people there wherever she's now. And once more, guys, I wish to ask this we are going to leave here, right? That he finished her. But as well with the second tarot deck, we are going to 1 second to ask again, will there be justice? Will her boyfriend, Phoebe boyfriend, will be found guilty for um, any of the murders that he's guilty for? Yes, there will be. Wow, I see the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yes, hanged. There is that now Bailey. This is the second time. It's repeated the second time. Do you see? The second murder is becoming no accident. This is a serial killer. It's now becoming like little repeating thing. It's not if the first time was accident, now it's a serial killer, it's a serial killer. There is a pattern of behavior of the anger out of the control. There is a beast inside of him, devil. And he pretended he hanged her, but there was no hook because this Bailey was found out like in the parents' room. She was living first of all with the parents, but she was dating him for a while as well. She was 30 years younger than him. I mean, hello. And then there is a modern that she was trying to help her wife to settle the life, to live without the drinks and drugs, but he was taking her to a party with the cocaine and drinks. Like, I mean, who is here the fool? Who is who is here the stupid as well to say this nonsense? I'm trying to help the girls, but by bringing them to a middle of the drugs, but I'm trying to help them to be a rehab. How stupid is this statement? I mean, somebody's paying police to really not do their work. It's so obvious. Is it dark for Bailey? Bailey is the second girl, the guys that you see on the cover on the left side. On the right side with the short hair. What should I do? Bailey, are you with us? Bailey, are you calling me? Bailey, we're trying to connect to the energy of the Bailey, the second victim of Anton. Catherine, there is more. Will they will they literally find out that Anthony has a new girlfriend, Catherine, that he removed her? It doesn't mean new, it can be some old case as well. Closer. Am I near to the truth? 1 second. I'm trying to Google. Let's see who is the Catherine. Anthony. So Anthony Hempel was with the Catherine, right? Catherine. Let's put her name. Bloody. Closer. Are you now Catherine with him? Catherine, are you now with him? Girlfriend of Anthony. Let's do like this. If it shows something on Google. 1 second, guys. Because as well, guys, sometimes they pop out the spirits of another stories, but as well can be connected to this case. 2020, June 16. Wow. Yes, this is a Bailey. Bailey? Bailey, why are you mentioning Catherine? Does Catherine know something more? What closer? Was Catherine your friend? Was it the Catherine your friend? Did Catherine neighbor saw Anthony? Is it a Catherine? You said closer. It was the Catherine your neighbor that saw Anthony going out of your house? Because guys, she was Bailey was literally living with her parents still, and just few hours her parents went for shopping at daytime, and when they returned they found her in parents room, like around her neck was some kind of stripe, but there was nothing possibility physically in the house to have a hook, and there was no chair as well in the room like to fell from this. Another sweet girl, model 25 years old, found dead on her kitchen floor. There are two different stories. First, I heard kitchen floor, then I heard as you're resting in peace. You should rest in peace, Bailey. Is it Bailey? And another story that she was found in the parents' room. But in both cases, there was definitely report of police. There was no chair down and hook upstairs. It's a sin. Yes, it's a sin because he's guilty. Anthony is guilty. She was 25 and her boy bloody and her boyfriend was 51. Baillee Schneider was found unconscious by her parents with a gold cord tied around her neck at their home in Money Ponds in Melbourne, Inner North in June 24, 2018. In the hours leading up to her death, she had been in close communication with well-known Melbourne 51 years old promoter Anthony Hempel and had a row with him the night before at a barbecue of her friends. They were fighting. Dental assistant had told her mother that morning she had broke up with her older uh, gentleman, one of the Hempel's previous partners, Phoebe Handsjuknad, died 2010 at the age 24. As well, the Baillee Schneider death was ruled as a suicide, but referring to a homicide squad to further review in December. So yes, he will for sure he will be in hell who killed you. It's a sin, definitely. So what was the final statement? Here it is. In December that same year, coroner Kathleen English pronounced that her cause of death was in her family home self-inflicted asphyxiation. What is this? While affected by drugs, alcohol, prescription medication, and cocaine, upset by relationship difficulties, made an impulsive decision to end her own life. There was no suicide note, there was no obvious place to hang a rope, and there was no chair as well. and they are still baffled by her decision to take out a life insurance policy a 3 weeks before. That's the statement of the parents. That was not her decision. Definitely this guy for sure done something. There was a glass of wine and smoked a cigarette. What a nice girl. There was a glass of wine, but there was no traces of alcohol in her body. But cocaine, yes. It's a demon. Yes, there is a demon in this guy. Look at how he looks. He looks so spooky. This guy totally look. And he cannot be better because once with the devil, you stay with the devil. He will, yes, he will be in hell. In the months leading up to the death of Baillee Schneider began working at a street club in Melbourne. So why they are talking about this? She was working there, and this was her relationship with. Probably they met there. So here it is, guys. 1 second. Let's see. Thank you, my dear. Rest in peace. Higher. About higher. 1 second. Let me see what was in vocabulary till now. So we had on the start we had scratches. Rest in peace. Closer. Bloody. They cleansed the area. Then he's a demon whenever I mention him. Please rest in peace. There it is. Guys, any comments? Welcome the questions. I'm opening part of the Instagram, guys, as well. Let me see. I'm going to record as well the short version of this opening. So, mix of these cards and this. And here it is. And his parents' team. It's a teamwork. His parents covered this. Here it is. That was him. Everybody knows. And they're covering he's in a wrecking state. He has anger issue. Guys, I do believe that this guy literally um, he will be. I do believe that Mr. Hampel will be caught with another woman in the same thing, and this time literally he will be caught for something else. So there was a missed opportunity with he paid off the teamwork evidence for Phoebe as well for the Bailey's murder, but there will be a small, small hilarious thing. They are going to catch him because this guy is sloppy, immature, page a wand, and here it is so nerve-wracking. They are going to catch him for something else. Just I'm repeating this. That's how I see this. He cannot be behind the parents all the time, all the BS. I mean, killing the people in the middle of the third millennium. Hello, Australia. This is not 777, right? What is this? Prison break from UK in Australia. 300 years ago or something. Let me just make a short version of this. So here it is. Anton Hampel is the killer of his girlfriends, Phoebe and Baillee Schneider. Here it is. It's happened that he's repeating this literally, and his parents are covering with the teamwork of somebody come and clean his work, messy, sloppy work because of the anger control. This immaturity won't land because I won't be long because he will be caught. Yes, this reverse the truth because the secret is always there are people who are paid to come and move the things, whatever he do with these young girls, and he's a pedophile as well because always a 20, 30 years age difference, and he's on purpose taking to girls who are always on drinks and drugs and offering them literally cocaine as well. So this is a pure devil contract. Justice for the girls. So I'm going to write the names again, guys. Let me not make mistake to repeat the Yes, let's reverse the truth because the secret is always there are people who are paid to come and move the things, whatever he do with these young girls, and he's a pedophile as well because always a 20, 30 years age difference, and he's on purpose taking to girls who are always on drinks and drugs and offering them literally cocaine as well. This is a pure devil contract. Justice. Anton Hampel is the killer of his girlfriends, Phoebe and Baillee Schneider. Here it is. It's him that he's repeating this literally, and his parents are covering because he work on somebody come doing his work, messy, sloppy work because of the anger control. This immaturity won't land because I won't be long because he will be caught. Yes, this reverse the truth because the secret is always there are people who are paid to come and move the things, whatever he do with these young girls, and he's a pedophile as well because always a 20, 30 years age difference, and he's on purpose taking to girls who are always on drinks and drugs and offering them literally cocaine as well. This is a pure better contract. Justice. Uncle is the killer of his girlfriends, Phoebe and Baillee Schneider. Here it is. It's him that he's repeating this literally, and his parents are covering with the teamwork of somebody coming clean his work, messy, sloppy work because of anger control. This immaturity won't land because I won't be long because he will be caught. Yes, let's reverse the truth because the secret is always there are people who are paid to come and move the things, whatever he do with these young girls, and he's a pedophile as well because always a 20, 30 years age difference, and he's on purpose taking to girls who are always on drinks and drugs and offering them literally cocaine as well. So this is a pure devil contract. Justice. Anton Hampel I'm going to call it Rich boyfriend killed two girlfriends in Melbourne. Let me not make mistake, guys. I'm writing her name. Yes, there is her name here. Anthony Hempel. Let me hashtag everything. Guys, Anthony Hempel name is erased everywhere. Gross. What are the questions? Don't forget to share, guys, this. Here it is. I'm going to share now. That's it.
Okay, so I'm watching this movie.
Here it
something's
is.
going in. So Jack Nicholson's character is dating Amanda Pete's character, who's on the right, and her mother is Diane Keaton. I'm sure you guys know this movie really well. It's really good.
Wow.
I'm watching it again tonight, and it's so problematic. So Amanda Pete's character is dating Jack Nicholson, who's a deputy assistant. They end up going to have to stay at her mother's house. Her mother doesn't know her and Jack are going to be there. They bump into each other. It's the whole thing. Then they all decide to stay for the weekend and just get on and make the best of it. One night after dinner, Jack Nicholson and Amanda's characters start hooking up. They're going to go all the way, blah blah. Then he ends up having a heart attack. Long story short, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, but he ends up falling in love with Diane Keaton's character after she looks after him after his heart attack, etc. Now at the end of the movie, he basically gets with Diane Keaton and they are a couple. And they become this happy family with the daughter Amanda Pete and her husband and her grandchild. So he essentially becomes the stepfather and the step-grandfather, and it's all meant to be lovey-dovey and excellent. He fancied her initially, and they were hooking up, and he saw her in her underwear, etc. Okay, so I'm watching this movie, something's got to hit. So Jack Nicholson's character is dating Amanda Pete's character, who's on the right, and her mother is Diane Keaton. I'm sure you guys know this movie really well. It's really famous. I haven't watched it in years, and I'm watching it again tonight, and it's so problematic, and I'm going to tell you why. So Amanda Pete's character is dating Jack Nicholson, who's 30 years his senior. In her mother's house, her mother doesn't know her and Jack are going to be there. They bump into each other. It's the whole thing. Then they all decide to stay for the weekend and just get on a date.
Here it is, the short version as well.
Jack Nicholson and Amanda's characters start hooking up. They're going to go all the way.
Is it over? Wow, it takes so long to download.
Long story short, spoiler alert.
It will be transferred. Sorry guys, it takes time to transfer to Instagram. Here it is. Now you have instructions as well for the download later, timestamps. It's edited everywhere. Guys, thank you for watching here. Something is stuck, it doesn't want to connect to download and share over to Instagram. I will do it later. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for following my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like, share with your community as well. Check out the album Justice Will Be Served with all the victims, mystery cases where we have more traces for the murder still being on the freedom as well. Do share with your community. I hope the family of Baillee Schneider and Phoebe Handsjuknad will have a closure while they are still living and while is still alive the killer, that he will be brought to a justice, and I do believe he will be brought. He will be brought definitely on a next case when he make the next case when he's going to make for a third time the same thing, same mistake, he will be caught to justice. That's how I feel it. Exactly. Exactly. This guy is taking an action again. Here it is the third time he will be. They're waiting for him as well. Will they put him in a prison the third time immediately? Again, here it is. That will be again the situation, boyfriend, provider for the girls. Yes, somebody who's living with him as well. There will be a proof, this time evidence. Like I see, even this girl could somehow, wow. Again, around this girl will be the another woman that will literally leave the help her out or be a evidence as well. Yes, that's what I see. His Anthony Hamber will be caught and brought to this serial killer will be brought to the justice. The killer of Baillee and Phoebe. Yes. There are the things he already done that there are people working and literally waiting for him to be caught again. I do believe there is as well something around this hanged girl Baillee. I think they're going to call him out for the Baillee case because this is so-called hanged girl that was the Baillee Schneider case, his second girlfriend turned to death. So yes, I do believe they're going to call him for the Baillee case. Will this happen? Yes, the judgment call definitely. And will Anton Hempel be brought to justice this year? Right, this is a year when all the secrets start to reveal. As you see, even from the fake medias about the fake uh, war in Ukraine, because nobody talks about fascists and neo-Nazis, that they were killing each school and each house, burning in the area where they were living already. The Soviet people, mixed nations, that they were not the Ukrainian. Yes. Definitely. As well, guys, whatever was injustice, whatever they were hiding the proof, as you see in the past two cases for the murder of Phoebe and Baillee, there will be the proof eventually revealed. I do believe that the father this time is working on the father of of the last girl that was so called hanged, but it's not hanged. Baillee is working on this, and yes, here it is. This trickster, this devil energy, the lie of the Anton Hankel family will be revealed, and I see how they are going to do it. I see literally the person that they are going to use against him, but I'm not going to reveal because this is like interference with. I see the person. That's why I'm laughing, guys. I just see the person that literally going to be with him at that moment. Wow, what a nice scenario! Exactly, exactly what he was doing before. Something similar. Exactly. Guys, what is the scariest because on the start, the first card was my question in the start, 1 hour and 30 minutes before. So this window will be 1 hour and 30 minutes. I asked the first question about the first girl, Phoebe. Did Anton Hampel kill her? And it's show up, yes, everybody knows and hiding this truth. Everybody knows and hiding the truth, the devil thing, and the secret is kept and the people are paid to cover the evidence and to clean after his his crime scene. This is really sick. So let's have a closure for this family of Phoebe and Baillee uh, during the life of her parents and beloved one, and during the life of, of the killer Anton Hampel. Will there be news this year? 1 second. Wow. There's just talking about him and his addiction connected to this young girl. Over picking up the addiction about this cocaine chain and the girls around sexually abused the girls for that manipulation with cocaine. Yes, there will be evidence. I think they are going as well to catch him and connected to that team. Hmm. There were only two teams in this case except the murder. The pedophilia, cocaine, mind manipulation, everything is connected. The tower moment is coming as well. It could come during the season also. Be aware of this. 1 second. This guy cannot control this. I can finish the reading because this guy he cannot control himself. Nothing can help him to watch this. Yes, 2 times I see. This is the season of autumn, like a Scorpio season. Exactly. Exactly. The end. Guys, in the middle of the autumn, the end of October, I say the end of October, like a start of Scorpio season. 2 times. Scorpio season and month 10. So that's start of the season of Scorpio. So let it be. And let's the spirits of this girl rest in peace and let's guys stop any another woman to be hurted from this monstrum as well. Let no man hurt any other woman on the planet Earth, and let's stop the war and let's nobody be tortured and killed anymore in this war that is arranged from the other side, outside of the borders of these two countries. And let's stop as well people to send and use the money of the government of the countries that never ask their citizens to use the guns and send the money that people, decent, honest people paying the tax and the government are literally playing with their playing the war like children and literally investing the money of citizens of the world uh, to kill somebody back in Ukraine on both sides of the war. This is hilarious. Never send the guns and guys, be aware and be part of protest against involvement in the war of your countries. Stop to the war and peace and love, guys. Take care. Don't forget to share this with your friends. And all the album just is about 200 videos of different justice weird cases. Thank you in advance, as well as you're sponsoring with the PayPal donation. You're sponsoring my fundraising for my orphans good karma work more than 15 years back in Southeast Asia. Check in description about me. Kisses to all. Peace and love and stop the war.